Okay, game number 2. Like I said, we went out to Camas to see American Leadership take on South Summit. Never been to Camas before for a football game, so that was exciting. Somewhere I've never been before in the great state of Utah, but it was fun. It was exciting. As I mentioned earlier in this video, in my 2A preview, I talked a lot about South Summit. I believe that they have the best best athletes. I think they have 3 of them that are the best in 2A. And I don't think they're going to have anyone really challenge them as they go throughout the 2A playoffs. I could be wrong, but they are very good and very talented, especially those top 3 players that I talked about in my preview. Kayla Atkinson, I think very easily could be the 2A MVP again this year. Bruce Mitchell, who is a BYU commit, signed with them to play on their defensive line. The third kid is Brady Danzy. He is a fantastic athlete. They get him the ball any way they can. He'll run the ball, he'll catch the ball, he'll do everything for you offensively. And he made some big plays the other night as well. So those 3 kids really make them difficult to beat. Their other kids on their offensive and defensive lines really stepped up last night. American Leadership couldn't do anything, especially when it came to running the ball. And that really just made it difficult for them all night, hence the 54-7 score. So let's talk a little bit more about South Summit and those kids. Kayla Atkinson, good quarterback, especially for that 2A level. He completes balls. He makes good throws. He makes it so his receivers can make plays for him. That's the big thing. Plus, he does have Brady Danzy to help him carry the load. Whether that's running the football or catching the ball out of the backfield. He made some plays last night that were really impressive. And I expect as they go into their 2A playoffs that those 3 kids will really carry them. Now, the last kid I want to talk about with them is Bruce Mitchell. Bruce Mitchell, big, strong kid. I can definitely see what Coach Tuyaki was talking about with this young man, why BYU offered him. He's got a lot of raw skills and a lot of raw talent that I think that any defensive coach would love. A couple things I want to see him use his hands a little bit better to get off blocks. There were a lot of times where I felt like he was just mauling guys, and if he could have gotten off the block a little bit better with his hands, using his hands better, I think he would have gotten to the quarterback even faster than he already was. But really, that's just me being picky because the kid's dominant, especially at the 2A level. There's not anyone I don't think that can block him. And that's not even necessarily saying that the 2A level. I think overall, there's not a lot of kids that could block that guy at the high school level. American Leadership. So I'm a Spanish Fork kid, so I am familiar with American Leadership a little bit. I kind of know the school a little bit, not a lot, but it was fun to see them play. I've never actually seen one of their football games before. A couple things that I found interesting. I was expecting them to have their quarterback Jacob Negus for this game. He was not able to play. I don't know if that was due to injury or something else going on, but he did not play. So they had their running back, who's I think a talented young player for him, Fielding Morley playing quarterback, and that didn't go so well. Obviously, anytime you're playing a backup quarterback at the high school level, or at any level of football, it can get kind of rough sometimes. But that really hurt their offense. In fact, I commented, I have my dad come with me to these games so I can get a second opinion on some of these kids. But I had my dad come with me, and I mentioned to him, like, I wonder if it would have been better just to have him keep playing running back for him and find somebody else to play quarterback. I don't know if they have that availability, but if Jacob Negus is going to be out long term, I would recommend looking into that because the Morley kid is fast, he runs well. He's their playmaker, right? So they need to find ways to have him get the ball in space. Playing quarterback, I don't know if that's necessarily the best way to use him. But, I'll let them figure that out. That's just my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. I think he would be better being a ball carrier or being a slot receiver so they can get him the ball and let him run around and make plays for him. I think my opinions of these teams have changed a little bit. I'm even higher on South Summit than I was to start the season, which I didn't think was possible, but after watching them play, I'm excited to see what they can do the rest of the year. Like I said, again, with American leadership, if they can't figure out the quarterback situation, if Negus is out long term, that could be detrimental to their season. I don't view them doing much this year if they can't get that quarterback situation fixed. So let's watch some clips from that game. All right, so we just watched clips from our Game of the Week number 2. So let's talk about where we're going and what you can expect this week from a video standpoint. I've got 2 games of the week again this week. I'm going out to Syracuse to see them take on the Weber Warriors. That should be a good game. I look forward to that game. And I just really want to see both those teams play. Weber's got some kids that are very interesting, especially from a college recruiting standpoint, that I want to take a look at and see what I think. That's on Thursday night. On Friday night, I'm going to be here in Lehigh, going to Provo at Skyridge. Skyridge is a team that is very talented, and I expect them to compete for a 5A state championship this year. Provo is rebuilding a little bit, so it'll be kind of interesting to see how their program is going. Skyridge for sure has 4 or 5 kids that are getting serious Division I looks. Want to see them in person, want to see them play, see what I think, and kind of give you my thoughts and opinions on their players. I would also like to get out a video. I've got a huge pet peeve, huge rule thing with high school football that I hate, and I will tell everyone that I hate it, and I want to share it with everybody. But let's talk about some holding. Let's talk about holding enforcement. It's ridiculous. It needs to be changed. Let's get it done. But that's what to expect from me this week. I hope that you've had a great time watching this video. If you haven't already, subscribe, like the video, turn on your notification bell. Let's get it done so you can see my videos. Bye.